I wanted to talk about something that a lot of my friends and family don't really know about my time in law school and passing the bar exam. Um, I went to law school. I took and passed two bar exams in two different states. First time on both. Passed them on the first time. But I am not a practicing attorney. And I'm going to tell you the story. I have an outline here, a couple sheets long. I want to make sure I get everything out. Before I get started, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I release more videos. Okay, I graduated undergrad in 1992, and I'm thinking, man, I got a bachelor's degree. People have been telling me my whole life I'm smart. I can get out here, make a lot of money, be independent, love life. Hell no. Couldn't find a job. And when I finally found a job, I was working in an accounts payable clerk for a local bank. And turns out my yearly salary was less than the tuition that my family paid for me to attend the private college I just graduated from. Sad, sad, sad. So lived at home because wasn't making any money, right? And my aunt kept telling me, go to law school, you should go to law school. Okay, I got nothing to lose. Take the LSAT. Didn't do that well, didn't do that bad. Applied to two different law schools, one at home in my hometown and one out of state. Which one did I go to? The one in state, hometown, cheaper. Tuition is crazy, right? And again, this is back in 98. So I can only imagine what the rates are now for attending college or law school. But there was one caveat at my local law school. They were like, well, you're kind of squeaking in there, so we want you to take this law school summer class. It's like a prep class to get you prepared for law school. Okay, I took it. I passed. I'm thinking, oh man, I can do this. I'm officially accepted now. And let me say that at the time in 98, I went to law school full time during the day. Okay. But I was also working a full-time job at night, and I was finishing my master's of business administration at another school because I started there, and my law school wouldn't accept different accreditation, so they wouldn't accept the credits. I didn't want to start all over, so I was going to get my MBA, taking those classes in the evenings. Crazy as hell, I know. I think back on that with my lazy behind now. There's no way in hell I could do that now. Work a full-time job. While going to law school full-time, going part-time for a master's. It's not going to happen. So anyway, law school full-time is 3 years. First year, man, you talk about the struggle was real. Oh my goodness. I did so bad. I was placed on academic probation. I was that close to being kicked out. Why? Because my little dumb ass didn't know about IRAC. IRAC. Issue, rule, analysis, conclusion. That was how you needed to answer your law school exam questions. I didn't know that. Nobody told me that. Why the hell didn't you tell me that? So I did really poorly on my exams. I also did poorly in legal writing. I think I got a D. D for doofus, D for dumbass, D for dummy, right? And I remember one of my law school professors, it was a man and a woman. The woman told me, you should just drop out. I'm thinking, bitch, where's the encouragement here? You're just kicking me while I'm down. I'm like, thanks a lot, biatch. I'll never forget that. That summer after my first year, I was working a summer position, and I was so desperate to stay in law school. I'm like, how am I going to tell my family? Because they all thought I was smart too. I always knew it was just a game. I don't know shit, right? And it finally caught up with me. So how was I going to tell them that I'm a dumbass? I don't know crap. So I went to my supervisor at the time and said, will you please write a reference for me? Because at my summer job, they loved me. I was working for the state government, and they loved me. Like, oh, you're going to be an awesome attorney. You're so smart. And again, fooled them too. Anyway, he wrote a really awesome reference for me. And it took a lot of me to go and ask him for that, because I'm one of those people, I don't like asking for help, but I want to help people. Stupid, right? Ass backwards in country. And I'm not even from the country. So anyway, I get through that. I barely stay in. I go to the second year of law school. Still a struggle. a little bit easier. Not getting D's now. I'm struggling with that IRAC, issue, rule, analysis, conclusion, but at least I know to use that on my exam answers. Third year, same as second, still a little bit easier, but still a struggle. The good thing about the third year is I was able to choose a lot more of my courses. You know, the first year and a half or so, you have to take all these required courses, and they were kicking my ass. And not gonna lie, and one of my most hated courses was contract law. To this day, I hate contracts. Why? There's no such thing as an ironclad contract. There's always a loophole. There's always a way to get out. F that. But the funny thing about that, a lot of the courses I chose my third year were tax law. I've always liked working with numbers. Should have been an accountant. And it's funny, the IRS code is humongous. I mean, it's massive, right? But a lot of loopholes in there. And the beautiful thing, even with contract law, loopholes, that's job security for attorneys, right? Because people need us to search through all that stuff, find those loopholes, argue it, and get you out of stuff, right? Okay. Now, so I graduated in, I started in 95. I'm sorry. Started law school in 95. I think I said 98, but I started in 95. So I graduated in 98. It was the last weekend in April of 98. I graduated with my Master's in Business Administration degree. The following week, I think that was actually the first weekend in May, because the next weekend was Mother's Day, and I actually graduated law school on Mother's Day. So you're thinking, hey, she did it. She's graduated. Everything's cool. Hell no, because now I got to worry about the bar exam. Oh my effing God. I'm trying not to cuss, trying to be a better person. That's my New Year's resolution every year, is to try to stop cussing so much. I'll never make it. But I'm going to try. I'm going to keep trying, right? So what I did to get ready for the bar exam, besides being scared shitless, so see, I'm cussing again. I got to do better. Is I signed up for a bar review course. Best decision ever, because I didn't know IRAC, so I didn't know how to prepare for the bar exam. No effing clue how to prepare. So they taught you how to prepare, which basically is all about drafting some outlines. And let me preface it. Back in 98, when I took the bar exam, we studied, it was 8 or 10 different subjects of law for the exam, for the bar exam. Now, the bar exam was going to be, part of it was going to be essay, and it was going to be 5 or 6 subjects of those 8 or 10 you studied. And here's the kicker. You don't know which 5 or 6, so you got to prep all of them. And some of them are classes I didn't take in law school. Secure transactions. What the hell is that? To today, I don't really know what that is. I digress. I'm sorry. So, draft your outlines for each subject. You know, my outlines were like the size of a dictionary initially, and you keep breaking it down, narrowing it down, and you want to get to, this was the advice I was given and that I followed. You try to get down to no more than 3 pages. Some people got down to 1 page. I'm like, holy crow. I don't know how you did that, because I'm going to tell you something. Law school made me think that I was dumb. Made me think, look, not dumb like a box of rocks. Made me feel like I was dumb like a million boxes of rocks, okay? That's how dumb they had me thinking. Can't write, because I'm going to tell you something. Go back. Legal writing is not normal writing, and that's why I struggled. I'm like, what the hell, man? Again, I digress. I'm sorry. So, I got my outlines together, and as I'm narrowing them down, as I'm rewriting and making them smaller and smaller, I realized that I'm remembering more stuff. Stuff is sticking in. Repetition is the key, right? So, I'm thinking I'm ready. So the bar exam, I took the July bar exam, and it was on the last Tuesday and Wednesday of July 1998. First day was going to be an essay question. It didn't come from the state. It came from some national legal organization. And then there was some multiple choice. I think it was it 100 or 200 multiple choice questions? and you had to answer them kind of rapid fire. You didn't really have time to think about them because your time was limited, right? They gave you like, I think, an hour or 2 hours. And anyway, it worked out that you basically had 2.5 minutes per question to read it, figure out the answer, and go to the next one. Because if you didn't, you weren't going to finish, right? An unanswered question is a wrong answer, right? So we started the first day, that Tuesday, and it was the national essay part. And okay, I kind of got this. I'm writing my answer and everything. I look up, I'm still writing. I'm on booklet 3, little blue books. And that's what we used back in the 20th century. I wasn't on a computer. So anyway, I'm on my third blue book. I look around. Everybody else has started the doggone multiple choice because they let you pace yourself, right? I'm like, holy crow, man, I'm running out of time. I'm doing something wrong. I really am effing dumb because I don't know how they done. I'm still struggling. I'm still trying to get this out. Holy crow. So I hurried, I finished, turned it in, take a deep breath. Oh my God. So I'm going to drink some water because I'm still emotional about this. And it's 2023. This happened to me, 25 years ago? Holy effing crow. Sorry about that. So I get to the multiple choice and I start answering them. And I'm like, man, okay, I know this. It seemed easy, which is a little scary. And I mean, there were a few that were tricky. And what I did with those, I followed the advice. Narrow them down to what you think are the 2 best answers. And of course, when you narrow them down like that, you're thinking, well, hell, either one of them could be right. Which one is? And it was always 1 or 2 words that would make the answer wrong. And you had to find that 1 or 2 word, that made it wrong. So I narrowed those down with my best choice. Time's up. Day 1's over. Sweet Jesus up in heaven. And they told us in the bar review course, go home that Tuesday night, relax, don't do anything, do not review your outlines again. I didn't listen because you know what? I'm scared. I didn't want those 3 years to be for naught. I'll go up here. I barely graduate. That's probably last in my class. Who knows? I barely graduate law school. I don't want to sit up here and then fail this exam. And the kicker is I had to borrow the money from my mom to pay for the review course and exam. I think it was like $1,000 total to take the review course and exam. I didn't want to let her down too. I'm like, this shit would be thinking, yeah, you're a dumbass and you owe me $1,000. So I go home, and at the time I was living by myself, I think, and I was living with my boyfriend, and I'm stressing out. He's like, whatever, and so nonchalant, like. So anyway, I did. I studied again. I didn't care. I had to. It was like, I got to get this. I got to get this. Okay, Wednesday comes. This is day 2, second and final day. This is when we take, it's all essay, and it's those 5 or 6 subjects for the state, right? We reviewed 8 to 10 subjects in the bar review course, and now they're testing us on 5 or 6. And I'm telling you, 25 years ago, I still remember some of these questions. But I remember getting there that second day. I got there early, and I ran into people, that were there yesterday, because why else would you be here at the bar exam, right? And we started talking about the multiple choice. Everybody's talking about the multiple choice. And they were saying it was hard as hell. What the hell were they asking? And I'm like a deer caught in headlights because I'm thinking, I thought it was easy. I really am a fucking dumbass. Sorry. Help me, y'all. Y'all need to help me. Help me. Stop cussing. Okay. So I go into the exam on day 2 on Wednesday thinking, oh, man, but then I said, you know what? Bump that. You got nothing to lose. Just go for it. So I went for it. One of the questions, I had no clue. It was something like the governor of your state wants to pardon one of his friends, but he wants to do it legally. I didn't even know what area of law that fell into. I was like, I don't remember this at all. Not in the 3 years of law school, not in the bar review course. So you know what I did? I BS'd my way on that one. What I did is I said, well, I really don't think the governor should do that because the optics of it, the appearance of it is shady. And let's face it, not just the appearance of it, it was shady, period, right? So that's what I argued there. No legal theory. I just said it was shady. Don't do it. Let's go to the next question. One of the questions I remember, I was like, oh, I know this. And, and I start writing my answer. Because when you're writing your answers and you get to the rule, all the rules of law have like elements to them, right? And you have to remember those elements and you point out which is there in the case and how it applies to the case. That part is your analysis. That's part of the IRAC, right? What's the issue? Robbery. What's the rule? And you talk about the rule, and it's got the different elements that you have to prove in order to prove robbery. So you analyze the facts that were given in your question, how it meets that rule, and then you come to your conclusion. IRAC, right? So, and I'm rocking and rolling like, hey, I got this. Then I get to the end and I said, something told me, Buffy, go back and read that question. I go back. How did I do this? I had the right rule, but it was for the wrong question. The rule of law that I chose was the wrong doggone rule of law to apply to the facts. Oh my God. My only saving grace was I remembered every part of the rule of law. It was just the wrong one. And I wrote about it. So I'm thinking, man, oh man, Chevys, how did you do that? Oh man. Okay. Another question. I can remember all the parts of it, and it was something I studied. That really bothered me, and it bothered me through the rest of the exam, but I had to just let it go. Don't keep dwelling on it because you're going to mess up the rest of the exam. So, I had to keep plugging away. Then my gravy train question came up. This was there was a couple going through a divorce and they had children. And in our state, the judge determines custody based on the best interest of the child. And there's 10 elements for that rule of law for the best interest of the child. Man, I was on it. I saw that and I was like, the answer was coming so fast out of my head, I couldn't even keep up writing. I was just like, I know this. I'm writing and feverish and man, I'm getting excited because I'm like, I know this. So I get done, I'm summarizing my, get to the conclusion, and then I go back, make sure you got all 10. I go 1, 2, 3, I'm counting the elements, 4, 5. Oh, this is brilliant. It's like a masterpiece, right? 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 9. 9. Where's 10? Where's 10? I couldn't remember 10. My mind froze up and it's like, holy crow, are you joking? This was my gimme. This was my free question. What's number 10? What's number 10? What's number 10? 25 years later, I still don't know which one I forgot. Oh. So, and then there was a contracts question. Oh, Jesus. I hate contracts. Oh, God. Did the best I could with that. I'm like, I don't know. You know why I hate contracts again? There's no such thing as an ironclad contract. There's always a loophole. Only thing about that is job security for us, right? So day 2 ends. We walk out. I run into some people I went to law school with, and what do? You start talking about the exam, right? What about this essay? What did you write for this one? What did you write for that one? Nobody, and I do mean nobody, had the same answers that I had. What did I just do? 3 years down the drain, borrowed $1,000 from my mom for the review course and the exam. I'm a dumbass. I flunked. I'm not going to be an attorney. Holy effing crow. And I never forget one of my classmates, he said, hey, look, let's stop talking about this. We have different answers. We did the best we could. We're going to hold on to that. Life goes on. We just wait till October for our results because we took the exam the last week in July and we were going to get the results in October. And the reason it took so long is the Board of Law examiners from my state at the time would have practicing attorneys draft these questions. And each attorney would submit their question in their chosen subject. Like if there was a divorce attorney, he or she sent in that divorce question. Contracts attorney, contract question. But then when all the exams came back, that same attorney had to review the answers that we all submitted. And I think it's like 300 or 400 people taking the exam. So you write one question, but you got to read 300 or 400, answers and determine, okay, they got all this or they didn't, mark off what they didn't get. So it takes a minute. We knew that going in, right? October 1998 comes. It's my birthday month too. So I'm like, man, it's going to be a hell of a birthday. Or it's going to be a hell of a birthday. People start calling, emailing me and say, hey, Buffy, I got my results. I passed. And I'm like, hey, congrats. That's awesome. So I start bird dogging the mail carrier. Where the hell is my letter? And I never forget when I took the bar exam course, one of the review course, one of the attorneys there was like, I've been in your shoes. I went through this. And I remember my wife calling me one day at work saying, hey, hon, I think you got your test results back, your bar exam test results. Oh, hon, is it a big letter or is it a small letter? And she's like, actually, honey, I think it's a medium-sized envelope. And he's like, what the hell? If it's a big envelope, that's bad news. And it's bad because they've mailed you back all of your blue books, all of your test answers because you flunked. And they are giving you a chance to review and try to figure out where you flunked and why you flunked. If it's a medium-sized letter, that's good news because you've passed and you get little information on the bar exam organizations. You get information on the swearing-in ceremony and all that good stuff. So I'm looking at the carrier every day. She's coming up. I never get a letter. Big, small, medium, nothing. Like, what the? Okay, so I call the law examiner's office after a couple of days. I say, hey, ma'am, I just want to check, have the results been released for the July 1998 bar exam? Yes, they have, and you'll get your results in a couple of days. Okay. I'm like, I need, just let me know. Did I flunk? Did I pass? Did I flunk? I passed? Because since July, I've been going back and forth. I flunked, I passed, I flunked. Oh, finally, I couldn't take it. I think I waited 1 or 2 days. And I called back. I said, ma'am, I'm sorry to bother you again, but I still haven't received my test results. And she says, well, you know what? And bless her heart, she was the kindest, sweetest, most gentle and compassionate woman for me. The results have been made public. I'm going to look. She looks and she goes, congratulations. You passed the bar exam. I'm on top of the world, right? I run and I tell my boyfriend, I say, hey, I passed the bar exam. Yeah, I knew you would. So I was like, okay, whatever. I don't even want to talk to you. I didn't know this at the time. And the reason I didn't get my letter is because they had the wrong zip code. I had the right mailing address, name and address, but the wrong zip code. So she corrects that and says, I'm going to get it in the mail. You'll get it in a couple of days. Cool. Me, I have trust issues. I need to see it in black and white. I know you told me on the phone that I passed, but I need to see it in black and white. I need that letter. And I didn't notice at the time, but I found out, and I forgot how I found out, but our local newspaper would publish those people who successfully passed the bar exam. Man, I go tearing, I'm on my way to work, I go tearing to the grocery store, drugstore, something to get a paper. And I get the paper, and then we are on break. And my coworkers are around me like, because I'm tearing through the paper trying to find where it is, right, where the list is. Because I got to see my name. I got to see my name in black and white. And they're like, Buffy, what are you doing? I was told I passed the bar exam, but I haven't received my letter. And I found out that it's in the paper. So I'm trying to find it. I find it. And now I have like 2 or 3 people over my shoulders, and we're going down the list. Thank God my last name starts with a B, because babe, it was in the middle. Oh, Lord. So anyway, I go down. Holy Grail is there. There's my name. They're hooping and hollering. I'm hooping and hollering. I'm having heart palpitations. I'm so excited, right? So, my boyfriend didn't get all hoopy and hollering and excited for me, but my coworkers did. So that made me feel good. And man, I got that proof. And then I don't know, a day or 2 later, I got the letter. And it was, in fact, a medium-sized envelope. So he was right at the bar exam review course. And I'm going to tell you something. And this is going out to that female professor in legal writing. I don't know if you're still alive. I don't even remember your name, but I remember what you said. Biatch, I passed. First try. Not only there, but in 2012 I took another bar exam, passed that one first try too. And hot damn. You know what? I'm not as dumb as a million boxes of rocks. Maybe 999 and 999,000 of them. Only takes one box to be smart. Smart enough to pass the bar exam on the first try. Boom. Do you guys see what I did there? Do you see what I did, peeps? Anyway, I swear to you, this is a true story. Everything I said is true. And I hope you enjoyed it. Click the like button. Leave a comment. Did you go through law school? What was your struggle like? You know somebody who did. What was their struggle like? Because I'm going to tell you something. Law school is not for the faint of heart, as the saying goes. It's a struggle. But it's worth it. And if you're one of those people preparing for the bar exam or you're waiting on your results, you're going to do fine. You're going to get through this. And one thing that I took away and I still remember from the bar exam review course, When you take that bar exam, when you're studying for it, that select few of you in that room reviewing and studying for that bar exam, you all are the smartest attorneys in that state. Why? Because you've been studying your butt off and you know IRAC, issue, rule, analysis, conclusion. So hold on to that. You'll be fine. Again, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, become one of my peeps, and hit that notification button so you'll be notified of more videos. Appreciate you guys. Have a good one. Bye.